Kopp is now head coach of Gravity after killing LS. Is that how that went down?
No, I didn't read into it much because I kind of stayed to myself at home and just hang out with the team. But I think Ellis just had too much going on in his personal life, so it was kind of, I don't know, his way to deal with stress is to play League, and then like a coach from what the players want from a coach is like someone that's always there for like the schedule, like 12 to 8, and then just coaching and then going to sleep like the team, just having the same schedule. But I don't know, he just had too much stress going on, too much stuff in his life. So he just, yeah, I think he's just taking a break to just get everything situated.
And now you've stepped in. So, Cobb, I will be honest, it's funny because whenever you became a coach, I was like, well, I always felt like you were kind of a quieter, kind of more passive guy, not like going in and yelling at people and cracking the whip, right? And so I was like, Coach Kopp, what is that going to look like? So what has it looked like?
I'm not actually as quiet as people think with like my friends. So the team, they're all like my best friends, and we always go out, get food together. We just play games all day together. We just hang out. We've been playing a lot of Smash lately because we got a Wii at the house. So I'm not like cracking the whip or anything. I try to stay there, like let them communicate a lot of the discussion, just because they're pros, I'm a pro, so we all have like the same understanding of the game. And then when there's like a situation that needs to just be resolved, I'm there to like just, that's when I like crack the whip and say, like, you have to trust me on this. I'm watching the game. I understand it. So sometimes I have to raise my voice, but I try to just leave it to the team.
Do you think that you have, like, because you're their friend, does that allow you to also have, like, the respect that you need to be like, yo, shut up, like, you guys need to stop arguing, or, like, this guy's right, or, like, I'm right?
I think it definitely helps just because that's how I want to coach. I want to treat, like, friendship, morale, whatever is, like, the highest tier, and then after that, we'll have good moods for when we're playing, and so no one will be, like, tilting or anything. We'll just be focused on the game. After the game, no, like, big arguments ever. I don't think we've had one yet. We just want to win. We want to do well, and we like what the team is right now.
The team owner has been on Twitter, and he's been very vocal, saying 17-1, 17-1. You guys beat C9 today. At some point in time, you'll have to play, you know, some even scarier teams, possibly TSM, etc. So, what are the expectations for you? Is 17-1 possible?
I honestly, it's whatever. Top 2 is good just because you definitely get to go to, what is it, Madison Square Garden? Is that what it is? And so that'd be like really nice. That's what we're all aiming for. But I don't know, just take it one game at a time and just try not to get overconfident.
So now that LS is gone, one of the things that I've heard is that LS talked about it being understaffed, or that like Gravity was understaffed. Is that a fair statement? Are you running around and feeling as though you're doing a lot of stuff that, you know, you guys need to hire people for?
I don't really know. I didn't read any of the articles, but I think for now, all we really need is like an analyst, just because I don't really like watching too much film. I watch like 1 or 2, maybe 3 VODs a day, and having like help, like I could sleep more, and then it's like their job to watch replays. They feed me the information. So I think that's the only part of the staff we're missing, but Jake Davis and I do, I think, a pretty good job for the amount of people we have.
Are there coaches that you're looking at in the LCS or even in Korea that you look up to, or that you want to be like, okay, like here's something I could learn from them, or something along those lines?
Well, for coaching right now, I've kind of taken sort of the styles of all the other coaches I've had in the past. Like I think I've had Peter, LS, Mark, and like just numerous other coaches. And so I'm kind of taking all the good aspects of their coaching and kind of like merging it into one. That's what I'm trying to do. And then I think like outside coaches, I was reading a Reddit thread on, I think, EDG's Household. And I don't know, I took some ideas from what they do, sort of. I don't know, I just like the little things they do, like where they brought in like a Korean support to like do it with Deft, so he can like communicate through translations just to learn how they play. But that's like too much for me. But how they coach, how they do like at the end of the day, they write down what they improved on, what they need to work on, etc. That kind of helps, and I like that they did that.
How do you feel about Move and Alltech coming in? How's that? How easily have they blended into the team?
Well, we've known Alltech for a long time, as like the whole team has, just because Winter Fox lived right across the street from us, so there wasn't much big change there. We're just friends already. And then Move, he's actually very sociable, so he's really good friends with Keen. And yesterday, like for the first time, he came over to where Davis and I were like playing Smash, and then we played WarioWare. That's a pretty good game, and just bonded, I guess. So him being very open is good for like the synergy.
Whenever you're watching Alltech play, do you ever say like, "Oh, like I could have done that," or like, "What are you doing, Alltech?" or like, "I would have outplayed that person," or whatever? Or is that a point where you're like, "I'm so happy I'm not playing anymore. Like Alltech is much better."
He has those moments. One of his like key problems I think that I notice is that he just goes a little too ham, which I mean that's what people want, I guess, in an AD carry, so it's fine. But sometimes I wish he'd be like a little more reserved and just play on the outside of fights, not really like diving in for like the kill on the AD carry or the mid laner and then getting CC'd and killed. That happens sometimes, but I'm trying to tone that down to play a little safer.
And there isn't any. One of the things that was talked about frequently is like they've benched Cop for Alltech, but I'd heard rumors that you really had wanted to step down for a while. Is that the case?
I wrote an Ask FM post? Yeah, I wrote an Ask FM post talking about pretty much everything, but I guess the gist of it is that I haven't really enjoyed playing for like a year, maybe a year and a half. So I've been looking for like my out or like when I can. Basically, I've been waiting for like an AD carry to come up that's either as good as me or better, and then with that, I want my team to do well. So I'll step off and just let him play, and then I get to do what I want, which is coaching. So it's just like good for all parties.
Now, do you have like a passion for coaching, or is it just sort of like, well, if I don't want to play, I guess I'll coach?
I don't know about that. I don't want to play at all. But coaching was kind of, I wanted to stay in the scene, still like have a job here. So I'm good friends with the whole team. I like management. It's like the best team environment I've been in. So getting to stay there as a coach and like being able to help the team still makes me happy.
Is there anything you want to say to all the Cop fans out there who are now watching Coach Cop?
Well, hopefully we keep having games like that versus C9 because that was like pretty perfect. There's like one or two mistakes, but everything was clean. So I'm going to try and improve that stuff and hopefully bring in more wins. And we don't really have sponsors, but thanks to Davis again. There you go.
Do you have, that Damien Estrada guy that does Rebirth? Would you ever be interested in having him film a series on you called Coach Cop?
I was actually thinking about something like that. Yeah. Get a little HTC camera, walk around the LCS studio all day, maybe a little bit at home, get a little feature going. Yeah, Damien's good.
Coach Cop. It's a sitcom. It's hilarious. There's a laugh track.
I don't know if there would be a lot of humor.
Oh, Alltech. You're at it again.
What? What does that mean? What did you?
It's like a line. Anyway, thank you so much for the interview. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of our coverage of all things League of Legends at GameSpot.com/LOL.
Being safe, Yeah, you check.